This is my set with Zeph for his kumite last night. I use I didn't have the I didn't start the recording early enough here to show it, but I have not beat extend. I usually do beat extend assist, but this time I took brass because I don't think usually I do beat extend because it's more useful against the rest of a peacock team than the brass would be. But here I just didn't think that beat extend would be that useful against mostly his big band, which I think is his best character. So I thought the brass would probably be more effective for this particular matchup. So yeah, jump in, get hit by bombs right there. A little ways back. I push blocked his assist, and that's something that I eventually stopped doing here. But that's something that I don't really. I think I was more habitual than anything else. I don't, because it would have been really easy to use lock and load, just jab it to lock it out, and then be able to engage easier. It was just a bad thing I wasn't thinking about, but I did correct it later in the set, fortunately. So I get the throw off the tick. Oh, that's weird. Okay, well, that was just a reset into this is gonna be dead. Oh, he did. I accidentally knocked him down. He did wake up throw for some reason. I don't know why. Obviously, it didn't work out for him. He died. Good parry. Zeph had really good parries during this game for sure. Wasn't watching his IPS. He also made that mistake a couple times this sets. Doing my full combo here. Try to reset with throw, but it gets be extended. And now he's going to do the low again, and it's not going to work again, and he tech throw. I don't like big man mirror full screen. I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing. Because giant step doesn't work since, armor. Except he's doing it and it's working for him, so. I get hit by giant step here for no reason. Could have just jumped. You couldn't use HH at that distance, so it would have been fine. That I just didn't convert. Good parry again. This is dead big bands. So now I'm going to try to jump at him, and I'm going to make a terrible mistake and get hit low. So this is something that I actually learned watching this after in the commentary. I didn't know, but apparently when you do a jump in, after you get, I should probably pause for this while talking about this, but after you do a jump in, you have 2 frames recovery when you land, so that's why I got hit low by level 3, but I just, wasn't respecting him enough when he had those bars, and I should have been more careful, probably. But I got him with the overhead here. Gonna do this, gonna go for a reset, and I guess I just try to bait a mash. It didn't come out. This was super bad. That was, I don't know why I jumped back. I can't pause it now, it's too late. But I wasn't, yeah, I just panicked, I think, because that would have been so easy to just dash in, punish, Cerebella would have been dead. I had 4 bars, that would have been easy. I just was not paying attention. So that was a really big mistake. But getting into game 2, he actually gonna skip ahead a little bit because he goes AFK for a second. So I take, whoops. So I take beat extend here because I didn't think brass worked that well, but I do end up going back to brass for the rest of the set because beat extend didn't really do anything either, and brass did end up helping later, I think. So, all right, game 2. Push block the assist again. Get hit trying to do mash jab, falling down. He drops this corner carry. I could have converted off that better. Or at the very least tried to throw or something, but I just sort of jumped again, and yeah, I think keep accidentally crossing over with jumping light kick, but I'm trying to IAD overhead a lot. But so that again there was he got me with beat extend because I wasn't expecting him at all. This here I get him with the overheads. am I gonna do? I'm gonna throw, and this is gonna be kill. Oh, just kidding. I actually burst because I guess I didn't think I could kill, which might have been true. But either way, it worked. Try to do crossover, goes too far. Oh. Alright, sorry, my video card is having some issues, but I'll go back a little bit to refresh my memory what happened. Oh yeah, so this is going to be burst bait to kill. I guess, honestly, that burst bait doesn't work very often. I think I was just trying to, like I said, I must have not thought I could kill, and I figured I'd at least try something. That usually doesn't work. He just didn't expect 2 hits, I suppose. So I guess we're gonna pop out here again for no reason. Thanks. Punchy assist that time. Good me. I'm doing jump blocking too much. I actually have been trying doing what World Gym was talking about in his super helpful video, by the way. But doing super jump neutral into air dash or into something to get over the air bomb, and it's been working a lot when I've been using it, and I didn't do it here. I guess I was just not thinking. But yeah, in this I'm actually gonna go back a little bit because I want to show this, because I get hit by those. Try to do that, block these, and then I get hit here for absolutely no reason. I don't know why. If I was trying to air dash or something, I don't really know why I wasn't blocking, but that was just really stupid. And then here I could have done giant step like 5 times probably, and it would have worked. And then I picked the one time to use it where it won't work, and this might be dead. Oh no, he drops it. But it was a really good read on the up back on this air throw. And then this is, I try to do, for some reason I decided going for the air grab, the best time to do it would be when Lenny's about to explode. So I get hit by that and I'm dead. I do have to play the full screen versus peekbot with big band better. At least in that instance, I feel like I'd had better experience or better luck with it earlier. Not earlier in the set, but other times. He takes a little while here. This match is, I wonder if something's happened. I didn't ask him if anything was happening, but I wonder if something was, and I guess the score is now fixed because he had 1 win from before. And I still have 0. I'll point it out later, but he has 1 point where he literally just stands still, and I don't really know what's going on with him. But alright, so the brass actually hits in there. Raw tags. Going for full screen stuff. He throws and then does absolutely nothing off that. So like I don't know. He threw and then didn't follow it up in the slightest. I don't know what, just nerves or what was going on. I expect he's gonna mash, so I'm playing a lot safer. Go for the air throw a couple times, realize he's not jumping, so I overhead. And this is gonna be dead. Yep. So peacock coming in, punish the assist. He's in the corner. I did extend, but I got hit by the bomb, so that shit happens when you do that. Get my step, but I don't have any meter. Get my light kick. I'm going for light kick way too much here, to be honest, but it does end up working out reasonably well. Get step. I don't really know what I was trying to do there. Well, actually, I know what I was trying to do, but it wasn't a good idea to go for it. Try to reversal, but he's blocking smartly. But he spaces that wrong. I don't think he thought I could punish that from there. But that was really a that symbols was kind of a last minute thing. Like, oh, let me see if this works. Trying to catch him blocking on the wrong side. Obviously it didn't, but I do like that setup with hairball and incoming. That's really one of the reasons I like using the assist, is because you can sort of force them to block on incoming. He does that raw and gets punished for it because, yeah, because it's battle but at point blank. I had DC in here because I wanted the Philia versus Arabella matchup more than Big Bands. And now here, I'm playing way more respectfully because I know he has 3 bars. I don't want to press too much, but then I can see he's sort of not really, going for mashing. So then I do offensive moves and get him. So that was alright. I think this next match is the one where he really has a moment where he just like stands still as Big Bands. I mean that there, like just not doing anything at all after the throw was kind of surprising on what's going on. Yeah, and you notice there I switched back to brass because I switched back for the last set too, obviously. But like I said earlier, beat extend wasn't really helping either. So, all right, just started jumping around, not really committing to anything. Hit him with that. It's not even a high anymore. He's been doing raw tag with B. So the right there, that was just him like standing still. I don't know why, because he wasn't crouching and he wasn't backing up. So I know he wasn't trying to charge or bait anything, and he was not moving forward, so he wasn't trying to parry. I don't know what was happening with him. Maybe controller issues or something, but that's why I didn't really do anything there because that's kind of suspicious, and/or didn't want to hit him while he's having controller issues or something like that. But I do end up getting something, but brass hits him into the corner and messes it up. Good job me forgetting I had beat extends, or didn't have beat extends. Good air throw from him. I don't know what kind of mix-up that was supposed to be. Good beat extends. And he, I guess, thought I was gonna. I don't know if he thought that he had IPS and he didn't actually that time. A lot of air throws going on. He gets his, and then just stands there. Like, I don't know. I guess there it makes sense he was trying to bait like a reversal or something. But it seems like a lot of times he's just sort of hanging out. Anyway, this is dead Big Bands. Get that. Now this was bad. It was supposed to be into super to kill, but the hairball went on the wrong side because I messed it up. This is dead? Oh, I remember this. Yeah. I did that against what's his name? MP game in the Skull Bats, and I was like, man, that was a lot of damage. I like that level 3 into level 3, and then I messed it up there, so it would have killed if I'd done it right. But either way there. Actually, I do want to go back to that because it's something that it's important to point out. Not this part. Yeah, he used raw tag, Bella, and bands so much during this set when he really should not have been. I think he was just sort of panicking. Yeah, I messed this up. But the reason I want to point this out is because I get the air throw, and then I do this thing, and then I throw, and I probably could have killed, but this is another situation where I don't really know the conversion or off air throw for longer than that. Same with my Philia before, where I didn't really know a full combo. I really just gotta figure out what to do after air throw that can end in a full, get as much damage before ending in a super, because that was not a reset that I needed to do, and if he had been reversaling, I would have taken a lot of damage. So here on the incoming, yeah, so I throw for no reason because I don't know how to finish a combo. And then this here is one of the reasons I really like hairball, is because usually when you are doing the incoming setup, if you call assist and throw, then if they tech it, which they a lot of the time do because it's at least for me, it's a opening, not opening, a setup on incoming that I go for a lot, and but usually when they tech the throw, then they get space to work with because your assist and throw are hitting on at the same time. That's kind of the point, so they have to guess. But with in this case, with hairball, even if they tech the throw, they're still in block, and I can keep pressure on, which I really like. So I do. I mess up my conversion there. He gets teleports, and I get that, and then I kind of just was not thinking it wouldn't kill, so I was just like, yeah, whatever, press buttons here. But I should have. I mean, there's no reason not to just go for the full combo to make sure it kills, but I still won. So it's 2-2 now. Sticking with my brass, because I think the brass has been, I don't know, I guess I thought the brass was working well, but honestly, it doesn't really seem like I'm really using it hardly at all. Most of my doing things is just off him making mistakes more than me using an assist well anyway. Push block the assist again. I've been trying not to do that, but I did. That time I didn't. Got hit by the bomb. He didn't convert. He's using sweep. I don't know why. Maybe he just doesn't know the conversion off that. That I didn't do anything off the hairball when I could have. But he route dives again because he just keeps doing that. This is going to be dead. Oh no, I stepped in Big Band. I remember the commentators were surprised because Big Band is kind of something that he'd been using to kill me a lot, but I did want, I think I wanted the problem out of the way. So he tries to parry, doesn't work. This is pretty clean deads. I think I kill off this incoming. Yep. Get the corner combo. Fender into level 3. Yeah. One of the commentators was saying Gregor might have done it. Not Gregor, SSJ might have done it, but I don't think it would have. Yeah. So keep him in the corner. Wasn't watching my undizzy. That's kind of cool. I didn't know that the Symbols launched the bomb like that. So but he gets hit because he was pressing a button when Lenny exploded. Just doing jumping light kick a lot. Kind of not wanting to throw away the lead, so I'm kind of doing stupid shit. Just trying to play quote unquote safe, even though it's not really safe. He does a shit. I'm just up backing. He gets a. Oh no, I guess not. I thought he got a read on me up backing, but then he gets a ground throw, which obviously is not a read on up backing. And he does it again because I'm realizing I'm up backing and stop doing it. So he starts hitting me with the throws. Okay, I get a tech, and then he runs at me, and that's dead. So a lot of that set was just kind of stupid shit, but yeah.